This is a laptop screen extender from Macsecor. It is a 1080p HD display with a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is very practical to use and easy to set up. The great part about it is that it fits laptops with screens between 13 and 16 inches. It takes less than 1 minute to install. It is portable and compatible with Windows, Mac and Linux. It comes with a carrying bag, which is very practical when you want to take the monitor with you. So now let's see what is in the box. This is how the box looks like, and it has a very interesting design. We can see here the size of the screen, also full resolution, 60 Hz refresh rate, and inside, first thing that we can see is the monitor, which comes in this nice carrying case, and obviously I will go into more details. In terms of cables, there is a USB-A to USB Type-C, USB Type-C to HDMI, another cable which is USB-C to USB-C. This is how it looks. Here we have the user guide, which I strongly recommend to have a look at, and here we have some instructions in order to know how to operate this product. This is how the carrying bag looks like, and it has here a pocket, very practical in order to carry the connection cables, two handles at the top so you can carry it like this. And of course the most important is what is inside, and this is the first overview of the monitor. It has a very interesting pattern, looks like carbon fiber, and this is the back. We can see here the model S1, and also it has a stand, but obviously I will go into more details. Now, in order to open it is very simple. Basically you have to slide from this side and then open, and this is the first overview. This is the stand at the back, and I'll show you now how to install it. In order to mount the monitor on the actual display of my laptop, which is, by the way, 15.6 inch, you just have to expand it like this and place it in this position, and basically that is it. This is a quick overview of how it looks at the back, and as you can see, even in this position, the screen of my monitor can hold this external monitor, and for example, even if I go like this, it is still fine. But you also have the option of opening the stand, which is located here at the back, and in order to expand it, you have to rotate this part. Just pull it down based on your preference, because you can use any of these holes, and then easily rest the monitor in this position, for example. And if you'd like to change the angle, you can easily do it just by changing the position of this stand, and now, as you can see, it is way lower. In order to connect the monitor with your laptop using the cable is very simple. There are two options: USB-C to USB-C cable, or you can use HDMI into your laptop and the other part in this port over here, and USB-C at this end to USB-A on the other side for the power. Here is a closer look for you to understand better. So HDMI into this port over here of the monitor, and this cable USB Type-C to USB-A into the port of your laptop. After I've connected the monitor, this is how it looks, and also I would like to mention that I'm using Windows, and if you go in the system display, you will see these options over here. And for example, in order to know which monitor is which, you just have to press on identify, number 1 and number 2. As you can probably see over here on this monitor, the resolution is different in comparison to the one of my laptop, and in order to match them is very simple. If you go in the settings over here, if you go just a bit down, you will see scale, and now it's at 100%, which is written recommended. But if you set it at 100%, it's going to change and it's going to match the same resolution that I have on the display of my laptop. This monitor has a menu, and in order to access it, there is a wheel here at the top, and if you press it in the middle, the menu will show over there, and you have different options that you can choose from. For example, you can adjust the brightness, the contrast, you can select the backlit, the sharpness, you have echo, you have DCR, and you have saturation and hue. And this is an important aspect, because if, for example, I would like to match the colors on this monitor to be the same as on the monitor of my laptop, I can simply go here in the menu where the hue and saturation is, and for example, if I select hue, then I can choose the colors that I prefer, just like this. And for example, also I can play with the saturation based on my preference. Now, for example, the brightness is set at 100%, and this is how I like to keep it, but you also have the option of adjusting it, and this is how it looks when it goes to 0%. Another way to match the colors of the monitors is very simple. If you go here to color temperature, you have the option of selecting the colors that you prefer, and also you have warm, cool, as RGB. Here there are the OCD settings, and obviously you can select the ones that are more suitable for you. And also here you can select the aspect ratio, the auto power down, and also the HDR mode. And what is really interesting that here you can see the source mode. Also it has low blue light, which is very interesting feature. And also it has the volume bar. And this monitor has an integrated speaker, and I'll show you what is the quality of the sound just a bit later. And if you prefer, you can also set it to mute. This monitor has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and if I scroll up and down very fast, as you can see, it is very responsive. And if I move this tab from one side to another, as well, very responsive. And sorry, for example, if I click, and also, for example, I have the option of moving the window from one display to another very easy. And if, for example, if I choose the other one, I can easily move it on this side, and the monitor is very responsive. The resolution of this monitor is 1080p, and now I have set it on standard mode. I didn't make any adjustments, and as you can see, the image quality is very good. The colors are represented correctly, and there is also a good amount of sharpness. This monitor also supports 4K because, for example, I have set this video at 4K quality. And as I have showed you before, it has a built-in speaker, and this is the quality of the audio. I'm gonna move the microphone a bit closer for you to hear better. This monitor offers good viewing angles. For example, if I stay in this position, I can also see clearly, and this is how it looks from the front. And for example, if I lower the camera, even from this angle, I can still see what is displayed on it. Even from this side is all good. I can even go like this. And if I stay from the other side, it is exactly the same thing. Regarding the position of the monitor, I can keep it like this, which is almost straight with the display of my laptop. And for example, I also have the option of changing the angle of it, and it is very simple to do it. I can even use only one hand, and I can go even in this position and even like this, and this is all based on my preference. It's very practical to use this monitor because, for example, I would like to tilt it in this position, and I can easily work on it. And for example, easily I can move the tab from one side to another, and I can watch a video on this one, and here I can work something. Now, for example, I have on this monitor two tabs, and I would like to move this one on the main display of my laptop, and it is simple as this. And I can maximize this one, and I can easily type something, which is very practical because you can do two things at the same time. This is another scenario. I have a video over here playing, and on the monitor I have some pictures, and I can easily swipe the mouse on the right side, and I can view those pictures, and I can do, for example, some photo editing on this one, while on the main display I can prepare the next video. The holder of the monitor can be expanded just like this. This is the Max, and it can fit laptops with screens from 13 to 16 inches. And related to the ports, it has 3 USB Type-C ports, but this is very important to mention. As you can see over here, this is Type-C 1, Type-C 2, and this is designated for HDMI. Now I have here another laptop which has a screen size of 14 inch, and this monitor fits as expected. And related to the connectivity, my laptop has only one USB-A port, which I'm using for the mouse. So for this reason, I'm using only the USB-C to USB-C cable, and the monitor is connected and everything works as I have expected. Now, of course, even for this laptop, I can use the stand at the back in order to hold the display in the position that I would like to, which I find to be very practical. The monitor is set on default in terms of colors and brightness, and as you can see, the colors almost match to the main display of my laptop, and I didn't adjust anything. So compared to the previous case, the colors might differ, of course, based on the make of the laptop and also on the settings that everybody do. I find this monitor very easy to set up. It fits laptops with display from 13 to 16 inches. The colors, brightness and volume, and of course other settings can be changed based on the preference. It is practical to use for a better workflow, offers a good image quality, the refresh rate is more than fine. So for these reasons I would recommend it.